Welcome to another explainer. I want you to picture the cabinet under your kitchen sink right now. Or, maybe the shelves in your garden shed or your bathroom. Chances are they are absolutely packed with dozens of highly specialized synthetic chemical products. You've got one for the aphids on your tomatoes, another for your pet's flea problem, an anti-dandruff shampoo, and probably a heavy-duty mosquito repellent. But what if I told you there's a single, naturally derived extract that could potentially replace almost all of them? Today, we're exploring nature's ultimate multitasker, neem oil.
Okay, let's dive into this explainer. Today, our journey covers 1. The magic of neem. 2. Extracting the oil. 3. A gardener's best friend. 4. Skin and hair care. 5. Home and pet solutions. And finally, 6. Essential safety guidelines. Section 1. The magic of neem. Understanding the power within the seed. So before we can really understand how to use this oil, we've got to understand exactly where its power comes from. And that power is locked away tightly, directly inside the seeds and kernels of the neem fruits. If you take away just one scientific term from our explainer today, let it be this one: azadirachtin. This is the primary active compound found within the neem kernel, and honestly, azadirachtin is the undisputed star of the show. It's the specific molecular reason why neem oil possesses such remarkably potent pest-disrupting and antibacterial properties. Once you understand that this single compound is incredibly effective at neutralizing microscopic threats and messing with past biology, you'll suddenly see the logic behind why this oil works so perfectly across completely different environments, from a tomato leaf right down to your own scalp.
Section 2. Extracting the oil, from commercial presses to home jars. Getting that azadirachtin out of the seed and into a usable form is actually a pretty straightforward process, but the method you choose fundamentally dictates the oil's purity and what you can ultimately use it for. Let's look at the commercial gold standard first. This is the cold pressing method. It starts with harvesting and depulping the fruit to isolate the seeds. Next, the seeds are thoroughly dried in the shade to drop their moisture content. Then comes husking, where the hard outer shells are cracked open to reveal those precious inner kernels. Step 4 is the critical one. Those kernels are fed into a mechanical screw press. It crushes and squeezes them under immense pressure. Finally, the extracted yellowish-brown liquid is filtered. Now notice what is completely missing from this list: heat and chemicals. This cold, mechanical process is absolutely essential because heat actually destroys azadirachtin. So this method yields the highest quality, pure organic neem oil. But, what if you don't happen to have a giant industrial screw press in your kitchen? Well, you can use the DIY maceration method, which is also known as infusion. You simply take clean neem leaves or crushed dried seeds, put them in a glass jar, and drown them in a carrier oil, like coconut, sesame, or olive oil. You seal it up, leave it in a warm, sunny spot for 2 to 3 weeks, give it a daily shake, and then just strain it. While this method is incredibly accessible for anyone to do at home, it's really important to note that you aren't getting 100% pure neem oil here. However, this infused oil still absorbs a fantastic amount of neem's properties and works absolute wonders for personal care. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the fascinating contrast between these two methods. Think of commercial cold pressing like squeezing fresh orange juice. It requires heavy machinery, sure, but you get the pure, undiluted, highly concentrated essence of the seed. DIY maceration, on the other hand, is much more like steeping a cup of tea. You're using a carrier liquid, like that olive or coconut oil, to slowly pull the beneficial properties out of the leaves or crushed seeds over time. Both are fantastic, but they serve entirely different purposes based on their concentration. Section 3. A gardener's best friend. Natural defense for your plants. If you grow literally anything, from a finicky houseplant to a massive backyard vegetable garden, you are going to want to pay attention to this. Neem oil is a true triple threat in the garden. First, it is an incredibly effective organic insecticide. Remember azadirachtin? When pests like aphids, spider mites, whiteflies, or caterpillars come into contact with it, the compound literally disrupts their hormonal balance. It stops them from feeding and completely prevents them from reproducing. It's basically a biological roadblock. Second, it acts as a fungicide, stopping common plant infections like powdery mildew, black spot, and rust dead in their tracks. And third, this is so cool, it's a systemic protectant. If you mix it with water and pour directly into the soil, the plant's roots absorb it, drawing those protective properties up into its own tissues, defending the plant from the inside out. Section 4. Skin and hair care, nature's remedy for the body. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer versatility of Neem. We're shifting gears from plant health to human health, focusing on dermatological wellness and personal hygiene. The exact same antibacterial and antifungal properties that clear mildew off a rosebush, yeah, they can heal the human body. A diluted drop can treat acne by killing inflammation-causing bacteria. Adding it to your everyday shampoo combats dandruff, soothes itchy scalps, and, believe it or not, even eradicates head lice. It's also a highly effective natural cure for fungal infections like athlete's foot or ringworm. And beyond just fighting infections, it's packed with fatty acids and vitamin E, providing this deep, anti-aging hydration that helps reduce the appearance of wrinkles. It's literally a pharmacy and a cosmetic counter rolled into one tiny seed.
Section 5. Home and Pet Solutions. Protecting your living space and furry friends.
This versatile extract isn't just for your garden or your bathroom cabinet. It actually extends its protective shield to your living space and your furry family members as well. When you mix neem oil with a carrier oil, like coconut oil, it transforms into an incredibly effective, completely natural mosquito repellent for your skin. Or you can even burn it in oil lamps to keep your patio bug-free without inhaling all those synthetic aerosols. And for pet owners, this is a total game changer. Adding it to pet shampoos creates a safe, natural barrier that repels fleas, ticks, and mites. Plus, its soothing anti-inflammatory properties make it an excellent topical treatment for painful canine conditions like mange or those really irritated hot spots.
Section 6. Essential Safety Guidelines. Crucial rules for responsible use.
Now, before you rush out to buy a bottle, we need to pause for a second. It's a really common misconception that just because something is 100% natural, it's completely harmless. Neem oil is extremely powerful, and it demands respect. So the crucial point is this: responsible handling is required. First and foremost, do not ingest neem oil. It is strictly for topical and agricultural use and can be highly toxic if swallowed. Second, always dilute it. Pure neem oil is incredibly potent. If you're using it on plants, mix it with water and a bit of soap. If you're using it on your skin, you absolutely must dilute it with a carrier oil. And by the way, pure neem oil has a very strong, pungent odor. Think garlic mixed with sulfur. So diluting it really helps tone that down too. Lastly, always perform a quick patch test on a small area of skin before applying it widely, just to make sure you don't have an unexpected allergic reaction.
We've covered a ton of ground today, right? From the cold pressing of a tiny seed to wiping out spider mites, clearing up acne, and even repelling mosquitoes. Neem oil truly is nature's Swiss Army knife. So I want to leave you with this thought to reflect on. Take a look beneath your sink, out in your garden shed, or in your medicine cabinet. How many synthetic specialized chemicals are sitting there right now that you could confidently replace with a single, eco-friendly bottle of neem oil today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.